Okay, are we ready to go, Clarissa?
Sir.
Okay, very good. Okay, welcome to the City of China Grove. This is the October 14th, 2020, 1 p.m. docket. My name is Judge Lawrence Morales, and I'll be presiding today. Just to let everybody know that we are live streaming on YouTube. And for those individuals that are watching our proceedings on YouTube, there is no recording of legal proceedings. For the individuals that are either on audio or video on today's docket, once again, these are legal proceedings, so do not record the proceedings. Okay, now another reason to be aware of the live streaming is that when we call your case, do not give us any personal information. If we need that information, we will contact you or we'll have you call the court and provide that information. Things like driver's license numbers, social security numbers, addresses, things like that. Do not go ahead and give us that information while we are live streaming. Okay, before we get started, just a few instructions so that way the process will go a little smoother. When I call your case, we're going to go ahead and read, or I'm going to read the charges that are filed against you. And before I can do anything, I need to take a plea from you. The three pleas that you need to be concerned with is one, your plea of guilty, where you admit the charges filed against you, your plea of not guilty, where you deny the charges filed against you, or your plea of no contest, where you neither admit it nor deny it. You just want to take care of the business before the court and move on. For our purposes here today, there really is no difference between the guilty plea and the no contest plea. The only time you're going to really see it come into play is, let's say, for example, you're cited for running a red light and you have an accident. Well, if you come to court on the running a red light and you plead guilty, well, they can use that plea against you in a civil case. Whereas if you plead no contest, they would not be able to use that against you. They actually have to prove that you ran the red light. Now, for those individuals that enter a plea of guilty or no contest, okay, there are certain rights that are afforded to you by the Constitution of the United States and of the state of Texas. These cases are Class C misdemeanors, which means that they are in criminal nature. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go over those rights. So that way, if you enter a plea of guilty or no contest, you're aware of your rights that you are giving up or that you're waiving. First of all, you have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything that will incriminate you, which would include entering a plea of guilty or no contest. The state of Texas has to prove their case beyond a reasonable doubt. The next important right is you have a right to have a trial either in front of a judge or in front of a jury. So if you enter a plea of not guilty, I'll be asking you what type of a trial do you want? And you'll tell me either the judge makes a decision or you want the jury to make the decision, okay? So in addition to that, you have the right to bring in witnesses to testify on your behalf with regard to the citation. And you also have the right to cross-examine the state's witnesses with regard to the citation. Once again, by entering a plea of guilty and no contest, you are waiving or you are giving up those rights. Now, if you enter a plea of not guilty and you want a trial in front of a judge, that case will be set on a non-jury docket, but basically means that the judge would listen to the case and make a decision. If you want to have a jury trial, and that would be a trial in front of 6 citizens from the city of China Grove that will sit in judgment. Now, you will be required to make 2 appearances. The first appearance is a pretrial conference, and the purpose of that is to address any legal issues before the actual trial itself. The second setting is the actual trial, and that's where we bring in citizens from the city of China Grove that will sit in judgment. It's extremely important that you show up for any court setting, because if you do not, or let's say you miss your jury trial, whatever it costs the city, that cost may be passed on to you regardless of the outcome of the case. So let's say, for example, you miss your jury trial, we have to do it all over again. Jury finds you not guilty, but you have a big bill because you didn't attend the first jury trial. And the point just being is that make sure you show up for all your court settings. Now, it looks like I went through the docket and we do have some individuals that have a commercial driver's license. These cases at this level are criminal in nature. Now, under the state of the law, we are at the trial level. If you have a commercial driver's license and you have a moving violation, you only have two options available to you. One is either pay the fine or two, take it to trial. Now, if you want to visit with the prosecutor, we'll give you a chance to do that so you can talk to him about the citation. But basically, I am limited as to what I can do. Now, for those individuals that are under the age of 25, if you want your case dismissed and you have a moving violation, you will be required to take a defensive driving class. For everyone else, there's two ways to get a ticket dismissed. The least expensive way is to do the defensive driving class. In that situation, you would pay the court cost, and that's all you would pay the court. However, you would be required to take a defensive driving class, and you have to pay that school their fee, and normally runs about $50. And then you have to get a copy of your driving record, which is going to run you either $10 or $12 if you do it online. As long as you do that within the 90-day period and you turn it in at the end of the 90-day period, then that citation will be dismissed. Now, if you don't want to take defensive driving or you don't qualify, the second way is to take or to request what we call deferred disposition. And that's nothing more than probation. Now, deferred disposition is discretionary with the court. I can grant it or I don't have to grant it if I don't want to. However, if I do grant it, you will be required to pay a special expense fee and you will be put on probation from 1 day to 180 days. And as long as you comply with the terms of the probation and you pay all your fees, then that case would get dismissed. Therefore, it would not go on your driving record. Now, if you're here and you just want to pay the fine, but you don't have the money, let me know. And what we'll do is that we can do a time pay. And what that basically means is that we will give you 30 days to pay the fine or fines. And if you pay them, then you complied with your legal obligation. However, if you go beyond the 30 days, you will be put on a time payment plan. And there's a minimum monthly payment of $50. And then they'll be taking on a time payment fee. The time payment fee is $15 if the offense occurred after September the 1st, 2019. Finally, we have here in court the prosecutor, who is Mr. John Meade. Mr. Meade represents the state of Texas. So please understand that if you talk to Mr. Meade, please understand that he does not represent you. His interest is adverse to your interest, but whatever plea bargain agreement you enter with him, and if you want to ask him any question about the consequences of not complying, I'm sure that he will shoot straight with you. But ask whatever questions you want of him. Finally, Clarissa, do we need to give them a phone number?
Yes.
Okay, everyone needs to write this phone number down because when we get done with your case, you'll be asked to call this number to go ahead and finalize all the paperwork and whatever needs to be done.
Okay, does everybody have something to write with?
Give me 1 second.
Okay. Judge, while they're looking for something to write with, let me give y'all the few people we have to mark off of our docket that have taken care of it today.
Okay.
On page 2, we have Jesus Fragosa.
Okay.
And at the bottom of page 2, we have Frederick Miller. Scratch that one.
Okay.
Page 3, toward the bottom, Maria Rios.
And where was Miller?
Oh, I'm sorry, Miller's at the bottom of page 2.
What happened on that one?
That one has an attorney, so I'm going to be sending you a letter,
Okay.
a request for deferred. Except
The
you have a
CDL.
CDL. Yeah. It's Joiner. They always do it anyway. Did you get Fragoso on the top of that page, John?
No.
Okay, on the top of page 2, like the second person down is Jesus Fragoso.
Mm-hmm.
He's reset.
Okay.
Then at page 3 toward the bottom is Maria Rios. She has 3 violations. She is on a payment plan. The top of page 4, we have Jennifer Rodriguez. I don't remember how she handled it, but she took care of both of hers today.
Well, actually, okay. So, there are 2 Rodriguez in a row. So Rochelle's only got 2. Okay.
Yes. And that's it.
Okay, very good.
Everybody have a pen now to write the phone number down?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, it is the office phone number to call to arrange payment or whatever you have to do to find out the docs, to give a change of address, whatever y'all have to do that the judge lets y'all know. 210-648-4923. Now, if it's after 3 o'clock or if you can't get through to that line, we have a court cell phone. That cell phone is 210-837-3704. Now, it's not answered around the clock, so don't call it like 1 in the morning or anything, but if you can't get through to the office phone, that would be a good phone number for you to call. And it's 210-837-3704. I have one more person that I think is trying to be admitted here.
Okay,
Let me let them in real quick. If your number ends in 522, can you please unmute yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, what is your name, sir?
Jorge Perneda?
Did you say Jorge?
Yes, ma'am.
Jorge Pineda?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'm gonna put you on mute, okay? Okay, but I have you logged in.
Okay.
Okay, let me find him on
All
the
right.
docket real quick.
yeah, he's on page 5.
Good job, Judge.
Yeah, page 5 down towards the bottom.
Jorge Pruneda. Okay, I had Pineda. Okay. So he is number 20. Number 20.
Right.
Pruneda. Okay, let me
Okay,
rename him.
anybody
And
else?
let me mute him real quick. Okay. All right, Judge.
Okay, before we call the docket for those individuals that did not show up, if you are either on video or audio, I'm going to ask you to raise your right hand. I'm going to go ahead and administer an oath, and then I'll acknowledge if you took it. So if you raise your right hand, everybody, even those individuals that are on the phone or are on audio, do you swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God. Okay, Mr. Kyle Rankin, give me a thumbs up if you acknowledge taking the oath, sir. Thank you, sir. Ken Cody, can you acknowledge taking the oath, sir, with a thumbs up? Good. Cheryl Page, if you can acknowledge, thank you, ma'am. Eva Hyman, will you acknowledge? Thank you, ma'am. Paul Garcia, thank you, sir. Anthony Miller, can you acknowledge taking the oath? Thank you, sir. Audrey Esquivel, would you acknowledge taking the oath? Thank you, ma'am. Stephen Brambilla, can you acknowledge taking the oath, sir? Thank you, sir. And I know I'm gonna butcher this one up, but Estia Boythong, can you acknowledge taking the oath? Is that a thumbs up? Okay, can you, there you go, thank you. Perla Chavez, you acknowledge taking the oath? Thank you. Jacob Rodriguez, you acknowledge taking the oath, sir? Thank you. Justin Adame, you acknowledge taking the oath? Thank you, sir. Shan Gonzalez, you acknowledge taking the oath? Thank you, ma'am. For those individuals that are on the phone or on audio, I will, when I call your case up, I'll go ahead and confirm that you took it. Okay, let's go ahead and call the docket for the individuals that did not show up, Clarissa. We have Michael David Sanders, no show. Dwan Mitchell, 2 cases, no show. Roxanne Marcial Avila, 2 cases, no show. Pamela Ann Summers, no show. Audrey Esquivel, no show, 2 cases. Matthew James
I thought
Lawrence.
we had, Your Honor, I thought we had Audrey down as number 17.
Let's see.
We do have Audrey on there, I think.
Okay, good. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take that off. Very good. Thank you, Mr. Mead. Okay, then we have Tehran Glenn Kelly as a no-show.
I think we've got the guy at the bottom of page 1, Matthew Lawrence,
Is he here?
the bottom of page 1.
Where is Mr. Lawrence? Do we have him, Clarissa?
I don't think so.
No, I don't show him.
You didn't call him is the reason I was pointing out.
Oh, okay, I thought I said Matthew James Lawrence. Okay, no show. Then we have Fernando Ornales as a no-show. Then we have Robert Lee Winslow as a no-show. Dawson John Lerma as a no-show. Then we'll go on to page 3. Cody Dale Dawson as a no-show. Jose Rito Alvarado as a no-show. Augustus Christopher Ponce, 2 cases as a no-show. Thea Shane Johnson, 2 cases as a no-show. Hilario Rivera Jimenez, 2 cases as a no-show. Nathaniel Charles Shepherd III, 2 cases as a no-show. Vladimir Manuel Tejeda as a no-show. Takes us to page 4. Alexis Casey Davila, 2 cases as a no-show. Jason Kimstead as a no-show. Keith Wilderstein as a no-show. Jay Hilliard Melton as a no-show. Juan G. Terran Peña, 4 cases as a no-show. Brian Charles Zilich, 2 cases as a no-show. Anataya M. McGee as a no-show. Scott A. Smith, 3 cases as a no-show. William James Benoit as a no-show, 2 cases. Sergio Sanchez Carmona, 3 cases as a no-show. Joshua Schlater, 2 cases as a no-show. Casey Wayne Jensky as a no-show, 4 cases. Leticia Gonzalez as a no-show, 2 cases. And then on page 6, Ablan Castillo Bernardes, 4 cases as a no-show. And then, okay, and that concludes the individuals that I did not show having appeared today on the docket. Now, Clarissa, for those individuals, if they have not received notice before, we need to issue a pre-warrant arrest notice. For those individuals that have missed the second time while on Zoom, if we can go ahead and issue an arrest warrant for those individuals. Okay, on the docket, first one is Kyle Anthony Rankin. Mr. Rankin, what we're gonna do, sir, is that we're gonna, since you have 3 violations, we're gonna ask you to talk to the prosecutor, see if you can work something out, something that'll be a win-win situation. If you're not able to work it out, y'all will come back in the courtroom and then we'll decide where we go from there. So if you'll just be on standby, they're gonna put you in a breakout room with Mr. Mead, okay? Thank you, sir.
Please be sure to unmute yourselves before y'all go in there.
Okay.
So we have Ismael Aguayo.
Yes.
And only 1 violation.
Okay, then he's on the he's on audio, right?
Let's see. Let me find him on here.
That's correct, Judge.
Okay.
Okay, so you put Mr. Mead in the breakout?
Yes, they're in a breakout room with Ms.
Okay, and Ismael Aguayo. Sir, can you go ahead and unmute yourself? Okay, Mr. Aguayo, can you hear me, sir?
That's correct, Judge. I can hear you.
Very good. Okay, I can hear you as well. Mr. Aguayo, you have a citation for an expired driver's license to that charge, how do you plead?
Not guilty because I already, I already have it with me. I went to go.
Okay, so are you saying that it was valid at the time of the stop, or you
No.
just didn't have it with you?
I just didn't have it with me.
Okay, but you have one, is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, can you tell me when it was issued? If you look at your license.
When it was issued,
Yeah, it should say issue on there, right, somewhere on the license. It has a date.
it says it's valid until, it doesn't
Okay.
say.
Yeah,
There's
if you-
also an issued date.
yeah, if you go, let me look at mine.
I have a paper one. I have a paper one for now.
Oh, okay, and when was it issued?
It'll show that.
Yeah.
You know, so ISS.
Okay, yeah, it says date stamped. That's where it's the date stamp was 09/26/2020.
Okay, 09/26/2020.
Correct. That's correct.
Okay, but is there an issue date on there?
No, Judge, there is.
There is none, because the violation date was on 7/17/2020.
Correct. Yeah, around that time. I'm not too sure what the exact date was, but that sounds
Right.
about right.
But did you renew your license on September 26th?
Yes, I did. I went into the the DPS, and I renewed it.
Okay, so it was, then well, and here again, you've entered a plea of not guilty. Do you still want to stay with your not guilty plea?
I don't know what to say. I guess, yeah.
Okay, well, let me put it this way. What I am looking at is on the date that you received the citation on July 17th, 2020, did you have a valid driver's license?
No, I didn't.
Okay, so say that again.
I did not.
You did not. Okay, so do you still want to enter a plea of not guilty?
No.
Okay, so how do you wish to plead? Either no contest or guilty.
I guess guilty.
Okay. All right, now it looks like, let's see, July,
Yeah, Judge, can you
Okay.
check your phone real quick?
okay. Okay. Okay.
I'm not sure.
I think the question comes, when was DPS open?
I think they opened back up. Oh, gosh. I'll have to find out. I think I knew that at one time and then I forgot. They started taking appointments again. Was it May or June, or
Okay,
I don't even know if it was then though. Let me see if Leslie Batiste knows. Just one moment.
bear with us for a second, Mr. Arguello. Mr. Arguello, while we're waiting, how were you able to renew your license? Did you do it in person or by mail, or how did you do it?
I did it in person, Your Honor. I went in there personally and got it. I scheduled an appointment because at the time before that,
Judge, I think it was 60 days from the time they opened back up to taking
That
appointment.
is correct.
And they extended it once again, I believe, after that. So
Okay. All right, so he would have been within that time frame, then, right, Clarissa? Yeah. Okay, Mr. Arguello, what we're gonna do is that since the citation was issued on July 17th. They
Your Honor, I
extended,
can't hear you.
¿Lo corto eso o qué?
Talking over
Whoever's
you right now.
yelling, we need to mute you. There you go.
Okay, okay, Mr. Aguil. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and dismiss your case. And the reason being is because you got cited on July 17th of 2020. And there's been some orders basically saying that we couldn't do it until at least 60 days after the DPS opened. And I think you're within that time frame. So I'm gonna go ahead and dismiss that charge.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Okay, Mr. Aguil, you are excused, sir. You can go ahead and log off and go about your business.
Okay, and I don't need to show proof or anything like that, that I have it or something like that, or?
No, sir. I'm
Okay,
taking your word for it that you have it.
okay, Your Honor.
Okay?
All right, thank
All
you.
right, thank you, sir.
Norma Cordova, are you available? Can you hear us? Can you unmute yourself for one moment? Ms.
Yes, ma'am.
Cordova, you wrote in and requested a payment plan with us, and you were put on a payment plan October 8th. So you don't need to appear in court.
Okay. Well,
Okay, so-
I'm actually on here because my son Raul Suarez is on as well, and he's a minor, so I'm trying to see what
Gotcha.
it is that we can do for him.
Okay, so you're here as a guardian, parent or
Yes,
guardian. Thank you very much. I just didn't want you having to wait here if you didn't need to be on here.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you very much for clarifying.
Yes.
Okay, so Clarissa, I'm not quite sure I understand. Norma Cordova has citations, right?
Did, and she requested a payment plan, so she's been placed on a payment plan back in October. She has, her son is a juvenile.
Okay, got it. Okay, but as far as her
He's Raul
citations,
Suarez.
as far as her citations, we can
Yes.
keep her off the docket.
We can take her off the docket. She is taken care of.
Very good. Okay,
She's
Now
just here as a parent.
next one is gonna be Jacob Lawrence Rodriguez. Mr. Rodriguez, if you'll stand by, you have 3 citations and you'll be talking to the prosecutor, so you'll just stand by. Okay.
Okay,
now-
I just closed the breakout room. And then I have somebody that keeps calling in, and I need to get them signed in real quick because they keep hanging up though.
Okay,
If you're calling from the last 3 digits of 921, what is your name? If your last 3 digits of your phone number is 921, what is your name, please?
Spanish.
Oh, let me get Officer Rosales, just one moment. What is your name, sir?
¿Qué es su nombre, señor?
Ah. Olban Samael Castillo Bernardes.
Just getting his name real quick.
¿Qué es su nombre otra vez, señor?
Olban Samael
Olban, okay.
Castillo.
Oh,
Got it. Okay, Clarissa, he's on page 6, the top 4,
okay. So he's
Okay.
gonna be number 21.
21. Ok, señor Castillo, detenga la línea. Usted va a hablar con el fiscal cuando se llegue su tiempo. ¿Está bien?
Ok, muchas gracias.
Ándele.
What's the number? 20?
21.
21.
Okay. Clarissa, you want to put his name on there?
Yeah, I'm doing that right now. Oops,
Yeah, Olban Castillo Bernardes.
I can tell you. Where it is. Where it is. Okay,
Got it? Okay.
I got
Mr. Mead.
Yes.
Okay, have you had a chance to visit with Mr. Rankin and were y'all able to reach any kind of an agreement?
Well, we got a problem, Your Honor. The problem is that Mr. Rankin has documents showing he had insurance. He's also got his renewal, but I guess I don't know how to handle this. But we're gonna need those documents to come to the clerk.
Okay,
The
can you
insurance,
text him? He can text them. Is he
I
back?
couldn't- I could not read them. I tried to read them in the breakout room, but I couldn't read it.
If he can text it to us, maybe we can.
Can you do that, Mr. Rankin?
Yeah, do I
Okay.
text it to the court number, the 837?
Yes, that's a cell phone. So text him to that, okay? And then just
Okay.
stand by after that so we can verify.
Okay,
Okay. All right. So do you want to go with the next?
Yes, well now, the number 3 would be Mr. Jacob Rodriguez, and he's gonna have to visit with Mr. Mead.
Yes.
So why don't we
Do-
go to number 4? That's a single one. Okay,
so-
Mr. Mead, stand by while we get those documents.
I can go back to the breakout room with somebody else, I guess.
Yeah,
want
you
this?
can.
Okay.
I
why
can
don't
send you with Jacob Rodriguez, okay?
All right.
Oh, there we go. All right. Sure, and unmute yourself, Mr. Rodriguez, okay?
Okay, Clarissa, can we go on?
You can.
Okay,
The next one is Raul Suarez. He's a juvenile. He's present with his mother, Norma Cordova.
Got it.
If y'all can both unmute yourselves so that the judge can.
Are
Yes,
they,
sir.
are they in different locations?
Are y'all on the same?
No, I'm at work and he's at
Okay.
home. So yes. But he's on Zoom right now.
They're
Okay.
both on here, but in different locations.
Right.
Yes, sir.
okay. All right, now can we hear Mr. Suarez? Mr. Suarez, can you hear me, sir?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right. And Mrs. Cordova, you are the mother of Raul Suarez?
Correct.
Okay, and let's see, Raul, you were 15 years old at the time of the offense, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Okay, Mr. Suarez, you have a charge of no driver's license. To that charge, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Okay, and what's your status now? Are you trying to get your license, or where are we at?
Yes.
Well,
well, I'm in
actually, go ahead, Ben.
I'm in the process of signing up for the driving school.
Okay. And where
And-
are you at on that? I mean, have you already signed up, or are you looking for a school, or where are you at?
I found it. We found the school. We're just waiting to hear back from the school.
Okay. All right. Okay, and what did you want to do with this citation?
Well, I have signed him up for the classes. So
He has signed
he's
up?
gonna be, yes, sir.
Okay, all right, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and reset the case. Ms. Cordova, do you have any idea as to when he's gonna start and when he's expected to get his either permit or license?
Well, I signed him up for the one that he's gonna be doing where I'm gonna be showing him. He's not gonna be going to the actual driving school.
Okay,
So I did request the packet. I have to wait 2 weeks in order for me to get the packet so we can go ahead and start the actual course.
okay, all right, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm gonna reset his case for 60 days, okay?
Okay.
Now, hopefully, he can get it done within that 60-day period, but if he is not, I need for you to report to me where he's at, how much more time he needs, when he's expected to take the driving test, anything like that, if it hasn't been done within the 60 days.
Okay.
Okay?
That sounds, okay.
All
Sounds
right.
good. And we'll get a notice in the mail when the next court date is.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Clarissa,
All right.
do we have a good address for Mr. Suarez?
Ms. Cordova, are y'all still on Gibbs Street?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we'll send
Very
it
good.
there.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and excuse y'all. Ms. Cordova, thank you for showing up, and Raul, thank you for showing up as well. Y'all are
Thank you.
excused.
Yes, but he's.
Sure.
Thank you, sir.
All righty. Okay, Mr. Mead,
Yes, Your Honor.
let's see. First of all, have we received anything from Mr.
Last one.
Rankin? Clarissa, have we received anything from Mr. Rankin?
Let me check with Judy. She has the set.
Your Honor, I'm sending it right now. I was just trying to find the card. It was in my truck.
Okay, all right, we'll wait.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Okay, and we're just gonna verify, is it insurance he's sending that we need to verify that he had coverage on that date?
Yes.
Is that what we're doing? Okay. And then anything with the registration, Mr. Mead?
He has a receipt for that too. I think it's gonna be. a
Sending that as
$20.
well?
Yeah, you're saying the registration receipt too, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Mead, did you have a chance to visit with Mr. Rodriguez?
Yes.
All right, were you all able to reach an agreement?
Yes,
Back? Is he back yet?
yeah, he's here.
Okay, hi, sorry.
He's gonna
Unmute yourself, Mr. Rodriguez. You need to unmute. There you go.
Mr. Rodriguez is going to plead no contest to the charges of possession of alcohol by a minor and possession of drug paraphernalia. Pay a fine on each of those, $375 each. And he is going to, and I'm going to take into consideration and recommend dismissal of consumption of alcohol by a minor. Now, it's my understanding that even though he's doing a straight plea, he might have to take some sort of alcohol course.
Yeah. Yes.
And I told him that too.
Okay, so your TIC in the consumption?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay.
He needs a
Okay.
payment plan.
Is it a payment plan? Okay,
He needs a payment plan on the fines total $750.
okay. All right. Okay, Mr. Rodriguez, were you able to hear all that, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, is that your understanding of the agreement?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so with regard to the charge of possession of alcohol by a minor, how do you plead?
Not guilty.
No,
Not
that's the
guilty?
one. No, that's consumption.
Oh, for possession, no contest.
Okay, so once again, to be sure, to the charge of possession of alcohol by a minor, tell me what your plea is.
For possession,
Yes,
no contest. Yeah, no contest.
okay. And to the charge of possession of drug paraphernalia, how do you plead?
No contest.
Okay, all right, all right. With regard to the possession of alcohol by a minor, I'm gonna go ahead and accept your plea of no contest. With regard to the charge of possession of drug paraphernalia, I'm gonna accept your plea of no contest. I'm gonna go ahead and follow the plea bargain, which is as follows. It's gonna be a straight pay or a fine for possession of alcohol by a minor in the amount of $375, and you would be put on a time payment plan. The fine for the possession of drug paraphernalia is $375, and you'll be put on a time payment plan, and I'll be accepting your plea on that as well. In addition to that, the state is taking into consideration the charge of consumption of an alcohol by a minor, and that case will be dismissed. And you will be required to take the alcohol awareness class on the possession of alcohol by a minor. Okay, and I'll go ahead and give you, I'm going to give you 45 days to complete that.
Okay.
All right. Do you have any
Nice
questions, Mr. Rodriguez?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, and okay, Clarissa. So we're going to get some paperwork out to him.
Yes, we are. Sir, are you still in number 2302?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's where we'll mail your paperwork, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you,
Rodriguez.
sir.
You're excused, sir. Okay, anything on Mr. Rankin, Clarissa?
We did get his text. Judy's calling to verify the insurance right now.
All right.
So it'll be a few more minutes.
All right, so let's go ahead and go on. Number 5 is,
And Judge on page, and John on page 4. Judy let me know that in the middle of the page, Keith Wildenstein, he has reset his case.
okay.
4?
Page 4, the middle of the page, Wildenstein.
Wildenstein's a reset.
Yeah.
Okay, so number 5.
John, would you like me to send you to the breakout room with the next one that has 3 violations while Judge works with somebody else?
Sure.
Okay, we have Reynaldo Lopez.
Where is he?
Good question. Reynaldo Lopez is on the top of page 1.
Okay.
Okay, let me. Okay, Judge, excuse me.
That's okay. Okay, Mr. Mead is gone. Okay, next one is going to be Cody Kent. Mr. Kent, can you unmute yourself, sir? Very
Yes, Your
good.
Honor.
Okay, Mr. Kent, you are under the age of 25
Yes, Your Honor.
and you have a charge of illegal window tint. For that charge, how do you plead?
Guilty, sir.
Okay, and then you also have a charge of no front license plate. How do you plead?
Not guilty, Your Honor.
Not guilty on that one?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Okay, Clarissa, since he's entering a plea of not guilty, he's gonna have to visit with the prosecutor.
Okay,
Okay, Mr. Cody, Mr. Kent, if you'll just stand by, you're gonna visit with the prosecutor, okay?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay, Clarissa, so number.
we have
7,
Cheryl Page on, she's got 2 violations.
What page is she on?
He's on page 6.
Okay, there we go. Okay, Mrs. Page, if you could unmute yourself.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, Miss Page, can you hear me okay, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Miss Page, you have 2 charges. One is fail to drive in a single lane. How do you plead?
No contest.
Okay. And you have a charge of possession or delivery of drug paraphernalia. How do you plead?
No contest.
Okay. And ma'am, what did you want to do with these citations?
I guess get on a payment plan.
Payment plan? Okay, very
Yes, sir.
good. Okay. Okay, with regard to the charge of failed to drive in a single lane, I'm gonna go ahead and accept your plea of no contest. I'm gonna go ahead and enter a judgment for the amount of $195 and put you on a time pay. With regard to the possession or delivery of drug paraphernalia, I'm gonna go ahead with your plea of no contest. Clarissa, I'm gonna go ahead and reduce the fine
Okay,
to 150.
okay,
Thank you.
You're welcome. And then we're gonna add the $81 court cost. So that would be a total of what, 150, 231? Let me just figure that out now.
okay, what are we doing? The 150 plus 81?
Yes, so 231,
Yes, 231.
okay?
So instead of 366, it's 231, ma'am.
That's correct. And we're gonna put her on a time pay as well.
Okay.
Okay, Miss Page, do you have any questions, ma'am?
When do I make the first payment?
We're gonna get some paperwork together and we're gonna mail it to you.
Okay.
It will show your payment dates
Okay.
and how you need to handle it. If you don't have it paid off in the first 30 days, a one-time late payment, a payment plan fee of $15 is assessed on each
Okay.
violation. Then you can continue to make payments as long as you pay $50 once a month. You don't incur any other fees and you don't get a
Okay.
warrant or anything.
Oh, okay.
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 So we'll mail it. Are you still on Treat In?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's where we're gonna mail it to, and we'll need you to sign one of the copies and get it back to us. You can drop it in our mailbox since you live close if you'd like.
Okay.
It's a locked mailbox on the front of the building, or you can mail it
Okay.
back in.
Okay. Thank
Okay?
you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Do I stay on or do
No,
I?
ma'am.
No, you can get off.
I'm excused,
Okay.
you're free to go.
Thank you, sir. Have a great day.
You're welcome. Okay, let's see, Mr. Mead, who were you visiting with?
I was with
Reynaldo,
Reynaldo Lopez, Your Honor.
on page 1, sir.
Page
Yeah.
1?
Is he
Okay,
back?
500.
See, no, I don't think
He
he's-
just got back, I think, no?
Did he? No, I don't think so. I think Ms. Page just got out. Looks like he's coming back in. Should be back. Do we see him yet? Anybody see him?
He's
Mr.
not here
Lopez?
yet. He's
I
still in the breakout room.
Oh, I don't see him there. Let me see. I don't even have a breakout room open.
He might have thought he could go away, or he might have clicked
Oh,
the wrong box.
no. Let's see.
He might have clicked the wrong box.
Oh, no.
Okay,
Maybe
Well,
he'll call us back.
The deal is, Your Honor, I think you guys can take, if you got a good address for him. What
We
I'm
do.
gonna do is recommend the reset. It's one of those
Okay.
situations where he's got insurance and driver's license. He needs to go get his driver's license before I can do anything for him. So he wanted to get a reset to go see about getting his license. The longer the better, maybe 60 days, Your Honor.
60 days? Okay, no problem.
And Clarissa, you guys are gonna be sending him the reset information?
Yes, sir. So he'll have the
Okay.
information when he needs to have that back to us by.
Okay, very good.
Okay, very good.
Okay, now, Mr. Mead, let's see, you need to visit with Mr.
Odie Kent.
Cody Kent on page 3. He has 2 charges. One, he's entering a plea of guilty and the other one of not guilty. And he's about the middle of the page.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, I'm gonna open it up right now. Mr. Kent, please unmute yourself, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Judge, it looks like we have Rochelle Rodriguez
Yeah.
on page 4.
Better?
There's
Okay,
2 violations.
let's see, where is Mrs., there she is. Okay,
Oh.
Ms. Rodriguez, can you unmute yourself now? Rochelle Rodriguez, if you can unmute yourself.
Let me see if I can unmute her maybe. I don't think it's gonna let me. If you're calling from the last 3 digits of 312, I'm sorry, Ms. Rodriguez, just 1 second. If your last 3 digits of your phone number are 312, what is your name? What is your name, sir? If your last 3 digits of your phone number are 312, what is your name? You just joined us. Hello?
Hello?
Did somebody with the last 3 digits of their phone number just join us? Their last 3 digits of the phone number is 312.
Oh, Gonzalez, Leticia.
Leticia Gonzalez, are you just now joining us?
Yes. Yes.
Gonzalez with a Z or an S?
With a
With
D.
an S, bottom of page 5. Clara.
I'm sorry, with an S. With an S.
Gonzalez is with an S.
Yeah,
Okay.
bottom of page
Yeah.
5.
Okay, Miss Gonzalez, just, I'm gonna mute you. Just wait your turn, okay? We'll be with you when the judge is ready, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Marissa, number 22.
You're welcome.
Yes, let's see.
22.
Yes, number, 22, Leticia Gonzalez. You said page 5, Judge?
Yes.
Oh, yes, I see.
Okay, Miss Rochelle Rodriguez, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Miss, you're up next. Okay, Miss Rodriguez, you have 2 citations. The first one is speeding 75 in a 60. How do you plead?
No contest.
Okay, and you also have a charge of no driver's license. How do you plead?
No contest.
Okay. Ms. Rodriguez, what's the status on your license? Why don't you have a license?
Sir, I haven't, because I honestly don't drive. It's, so I've never gotten a license and never owned a vehicle. But the day I did decide to drive, because my boyfriend, he's diabetic, type 1, and he was kind of like dazing off when he was driving. So I told him to pull over so I could drive to get him to the store to get something for him for his sugar. And when I was driving, of course, I pay attention straight on the road, and I'm not looking left or right because, like I said, I really don't like to drive because I do, panic. So that day I decided to drive. I didn't realize I was going 75 because I was blindsided by the sun.
Okay. All right. And what did you want to do with these 2 citations?
I'll just go ahead and pay him, sir.
Okay, are you gonna be able to pay him today or are you gonna need some time?
I'm gonna need some time.
Okay, all right. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and accept your plea of no contest to the charge of speeding, 75 and 60. And before I do that, do you acknowledge taking the oath that I administered earlier, Ms. Rodriguez?
Yes, sir, I did.
Very good. Okay. All right. So we're going to go ahead and do this. With regard to the speeding ticket, I'll accept your plea of no contest. I'm going to go ahead and enter a judgment. And it's going to be for $200. I'm going to knock it down. Okay. And you need a time pay, I believe you said, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then with regard to the driver's license, I'm going to go ahead and leave it at 167. Okay. And also put you on a time pay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Clarissa, do we need anything else from Mrs. Rodriguez?
Ms. Rodriguez, are you still on Sunnyland Drive?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's where I'll mail your payment information to, and just need you to sign one and mail it back to us. We'll send you 2 copies, one for you and one for us, for you to sign and send back to us.
Okay, sounds great. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. I'm going to go ahead and excuse you, so you're free to go.
Okay. Thank you. Y'all have a great day.
Thank you, ma'am.
John, I'm sorry,
bye-bye.
let me go ahead and, can I, Judge, Mr. Rankin sent his stuff. His insurance was verified. He was covered at the time of the stop. And the expired registration was taken care of as well.
Okay. All right.
And we have proof of that.
Okay, so Mr. Mead, with regard to Mr. Rankin, it looks like we were able to confirm that he did have insurance on the day of the offense, and he did renew his registration, but
Okay.
it looks like he has a third charge.
Yeah. Failure to show evidence of insurance.
Right. So what do we have what are you gonna do on that one?
Well, I'm going to no process that one too. Let me tell you what the deal is. Mr. Rankin told me it was a car he just bought. He got insurance on it the night before he picked it up. He didn't have an insurance card. But it was the day after he got the card and got the vehicle, and the day after he got the insurance. So I think it's a little onerous to try to require him to show evidence of insurance under those circumstances. If he had insurance, that makes me happy. I'm okay with that stuff, and the $20 dismissal on the registration works for me.
And then dismissal of the insurance ticket.
And no price on the failure to provide evidence.
Right. Okay, very
Under
good.
the circumstances, since it was just the day before.
Okay, Mr. Rankin, we were able to confirm coverage on the insurance on the failure to maintain insurance, so we're going to go ahead and dismiss that charge. The state is non-prosecuting the failure to provide evidence of insurance, so that'll be dismissed as well. And it looks like you did comply with the law with your registration, so we're going to go ahead and dismiss that, but there is a $20 dismissal fee.
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you pay that today?
Yes, sir.
Okay, if you can go ahead and call that in, is that correct, Clarissa?
Yes, if he can call in to that 648-4923 number and just pay that over the phone real quick, that $20 fee, we'll get it all taken care of today. But you need to be sure to call in today.
Yes, ma'am.
Clarissa,
Yes, sir.
I just got invited to a breakout room. Would you tell me why?
I don't know. Don't go.
I'll push later.
I think I sent, let me close it. I'm just going to close it. I think
Okay.
I accidentally closed you and sent you and Cody back in there. He's probably sitting in there by himself wondering why he's the only one at the party.
Yeah, here he is. He's back.
Okay, great. Okay, good.
Okay, welcome back, Mr. Kent.
Hello.
Okay, Mr. Mead, were y'all able to work out any kind of an agreement?
Yes, Your Honor. He's going to pay he's going to keep his plea of guilty on the tent, pay a fine on that. And I told him since he was going to plead not guilty on the license plate, front license plate, I was going to TIC that one.
Okay, and what was is it just the 220 fine on the 10 violation?
220.
220. Okay. Mr. Kent, is that your understanding of the agreement, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, very good. Now on the $220 fine, are you gonna be able to pay that today or you need some time?
Yes, Your Honor, I can pay that today.
Okay,
Let me clarify one more thing, Your Honor.
okay,
When we got in the breakout room, Mr. Kent was about to change his plea of guilty to a plea of not guilty on the 10th, and that's the reason I'm doing the TIC.
but you're TICing the license plate number.
But he was considering changing his plea on the other one.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, very good. Okay, but just to make sure we're all on the same page, he is, with regard to the window tint violation, he's paying a $220 fine that he's gonna pay today, and you are TICing the no front license plate violation, is that correct?
That's correct.
All right, very good, so we're gonna dismiss.
And the plea on the window restriction, was that no contest?
That was a guilty plea,
Guilty, okay.
yes.
Okay,
All right. Okay, so Mr. Kent, if you would call the court and go ahead and get that payment, and that'll take care of you.
Oh, yes, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
Okay, very good. Thank you, sir. Okay,
okay, so we have, the next one that needs to go in the breakout room is Paul Garcia. He is number 10 on the first page, John, for violations. Mr. Garcia, if you can unmute yourself, you're going to be going into a breakout room with our prosecuting attorney. Okay, Judge, it looks like our next one is going to be Justin Adami.
yes.
He is on page 2.
Page 2. Okay, if we can, let me see, where is he? Yes, on just a minute ago.
No, it's hard to keep track of them on here.
Yeah, they kind of shift around. Okay,
They do.
Mr. Adami, can you unmute yourself, sir?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Okay, Mr. Adami, you have a citation here for speeding in a 35, and it was in a construction zone with workers present. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I mentioned earlier, I do not have the authority to grant defensive driving or probation. So the two options that you have available are either talk to the prosecutor or enter a plea of guilty and pay the fine, or plead not guilty. So to that charge, sir, how do you plead?
Guilty. Is there a way to get it off the record?
No, not, no.
Okay.
Okay, but if you want to talk to the prosecutor, I don't know, y'all might be able to come up with some type of an agreement to do anything.
I guess I could talk to him, see what he says.
Okay. All right, Clarissa, we're going to go ahead and let Mr. Adame talk to the prosecutor.
Very good. If
Okay,
you
so
just sit
quiet.
tight, Mr. Adami.
No problem.
Okay. Next one, Clarissa, is Stephen.
Judge, I'm sorry to interrupt. I need to admit somebody real quick. I don't know if they got kicked out or what. If your phone number ends in 502, what is your name?
Reynaldo Lopez.
Okay, so you were in already, Mr. Lopez?
Yes, I already talked to the judge, but I just had a question about, because he told me to get my driver's license, but I went to the DPS and they said I couldn't get my driver's license because the China Grove ticket was showing up, and the judge asked me to get my driver's license so they could like work something out.
Well, that's the one that we reset for 60 days, Clarissa. He's on page 1.
Yes, sir.
Well, we cannot release your driver's license, sir, until these are taken care of.
Yeah, the
Yes, I know.
reason he's in a collection state because they're back from, his court date was April 2019.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
so he was placed in collection. So his license is on hold with DPS because he hadn't taken care of these as of yet.
Yeah, and Mr. Rodriguez, like I said, Lopez, until these are taken care of, I cannot release that hold.
Okay, so do I need to pay off these tickets first and then I go get my driver's license, or?
Yes. Well, that would be one way.
I don't understand. Excuse me?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I don't understand. Do you want me to pay off these tickets off from China Grove and then go get my driver's license?
Yes.
Or how do?
Well, is that what you want to do? You just want to pay them off?
No, because you told me that I need to go get my driver's license off, and then my court date is another in 60 days, so you could see what to do or something like that. You said something like that.
Well, but my understanding is that the prosecutor requested a reset. So y'all can do whatever y'all needed to do. And that's the only thing I did.
But if he pays them, it's going to be a conviction and he won't be able to do anything else with us. Correct, Judge?
That's correct. But if he wants to do that to get his license, he's going to have to go back in and talk to Mr. Meade. If it's just going to be a straight pay.
Okay, so
Okay, Mr. Lopez.
Yes, sir.
All right, did you want to take care of these today, or did you want the case reset for 60 days?
I want to take care of the tickets today because I'm trying to get my driver's license because I need my driver's license for the job I'm going to do.
Okay,
So
all right, so let's do that. Okay, so we're going to put you back with Mr. Meade. And I guess that's for the purpose of doing a straight pay, Mr. Meade?
Yeah, okay.
Okay? All right, just stand by, Mr. Lopez.
that's it. John, his license is on hold with us. We were going to reset him for 60 days, but his license is on hold with us and he can't get his license situation.
Okay.
Now
If he can't get his
because
license fixed,
it's an
there's no
old
reason.
ticket. It's back from 2019. That's why he's in a collection state and was put on Omni because of. Okay, so we opened it up back up. You were with Paul Garcia.
Yeah. Paul Garcia does need a reset. Paul Garcia needs to go pay his late registration fee. He's got his registration, just needs to pay the late fee, Your Honor.
Okay.
And then when he comes back with
what about the other 3 violations?
we're gonna take care of all those when he gets his driver's license.
Okay, reset for how many
When he
days?
gets his registration, yeah.
How many days, Mr. Meade?
30 would be plenty for that.
30 days.
Mhm.
Okay,
Is that right? Is that okay, Mr. Garcia?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Garcia, so we're going to go ahead and reset your case for 30 days. And so we'll see you back.
Okay.
All right, do you have any questions, sir?
No, sir. Everything sounds good.
Very good. All right, I'm going to go ahead and excuse you, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Meade, I'm going to put you in the breakout room first with Justin Adame. He has
How
one
about Mr. Lopez?
violation. You're going to be next, sir. Hang on just a second. Justin Adame got in there before you called back in, okay? So he's just got one violation, so we're going to let him go in there real quick.
What's he got? Is that just a-
He's got one violation. He's got a speeding, but it was in a construction zone with workers present.
So what, did he plead not guilty or what?
No. Basically, I told him that I could not offer defensive driving nor deferred. And he wanted to visit with you to see if there's any other alternative.
Okay. That's
All
gonna be
right.
pretty quick.
Yeah, he's on page 2.
Okay, I found him.
All right, very good. Okay, so
Okay.
Carissa, we're going on number 12. Is that Mr. Brambilia,
That is, yes.
right?
And he only has one violation, a speeding violation. We had previously had him here. He got a 30-day reset, pled guilty, wanted 60 days deferred. You had I don't know if it was you or John, agreed to lower it to $235 that day. I'm assuming he didn't have the funds at that time, so I don't know if he does now or
What period did they offer? 235 and how many days?
60 days, I'm sorry. Mhm.
All right, so let's go ahead and unmute Mr. Brambilia.
I did, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Brambilia. Okay, so your case was reset, but it's my understanding that you and the prosecutor had agreed on a deferred for 60 days for $235. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and did you want to go ahead and be placed on deferred for those terms?
Yes, I want to make a payment arrangement, some time to make a payment arrangement.
Okay, well, I would need to be able to collect at least the court cost of $135 and then give you time to pay the balance.
Okay.
Can you pay that today?
I can't because I had to pay for new tires and at my
what I'm
on
gonna
my
do,
car.
I'm gonna give you a final reset for 30 days. But I'm gonna go ahead and pre-approve you for that plea bargain agreement. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
So what you need to do is that within the next 30 days, you have to come up with at least the court cost of 134. And then the balance will be due at the end of the 60 days.
Yes, Your Honor. I can do that.
Okay.
It's just I have a lot to do. I have to pay for a new apartment and tires and stuff. So
Okay, no, I
Okay.
understand. I understand.
Judge, so you're resetting it, the final reset for 30 days for the same 60-day deferred 235, and that within that 30 days, he only has to pay the 134, correct?
Correct. And then the
Okay, and
balance will be due 60 days later.
he's pre-approved, so you don't have to come to court again, sir, if you contact us even a day before that next reset date we're going to send you and pay that money, the 134, then you don't have to sit through court again.
and then that's a court cell number you gave me, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I can just call that number and then pay the 134
Yes, and we'll mail you your
within the 30
paperwork.
days.
Okay.
Awesome. Sounds
All
good.
right. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. I appreciate you.
Okay, thank you, sir. You're going to log off now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Mr. Mead, let's see, you're visiting with Mr. Adame?
Yes, I was, Your Honor. The reason Mr. Adame wanted to visit with me is I think he didn't quite understand what you were trying to tell him about the construction zone with workers present. Now he understands, and now he wants to just go ahead and do a plea on that charge and pay a fine.
Pay a fine?
Is that correct, Mr. Adame?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, so Mr. Adame, to the charge of speeding 50 and a 35 in a construction zone with workers present, how do you plead?
No contest.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Mead, do you have any recommendation on the fine amount?
No, just the recommended fine, Your Honor.
Okay, all right. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and, let's see. Clarissa, I'm going to knock the fine down to 200,
200, okay.
okay, plus the 134, so that'd be 334.
332 total.
34.
34.
330. We're doing 334 total.
Yeah, there's $200 fine and 134 court cost.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Okay, and Mr. Adame, can you pay that today?
Not today, sir.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and put you on a time pay.
That's fine.
Okay, and with that, Clarissa, do we need anything else from Mr. Adame?
Mr. Adame, are you still on Bernadine Street?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. We'll send your paperwork there. Please sign it and send it back to us though, okay?
All righty. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, you're excused.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, let me see if this is Ronaldo. He keeps hanging up and calling back in, so I'm not real sure. If you just called in with an iPhone, can you unmute yourself? We have somebody that called in with an iPhone. Whoa. Oh, okay. What is your name, ma'am? You're muted. You need to unmute yourself. Ma'am, can you unmute yourself? You just called back on an iPhone. Need to know your name.
Me?
I was talking to somebody else, but
Oh, sorry about that.
that's okay. Just 1 second. I'll be with you. Mr. Lopez, is that you calling from the last 3 digits, 502?
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, Mr. Lopez, you're making me dizzy.
I'm sorry. I just got out of I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm gonna send you to a breakout room with Mr. Mead, okay?
Okay.
Tell me about him.
You had
Oh,
recommended
I've had him in
resetting
there
him so he could get his license taken care of?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so
This is the old one, right?
yes.
All right.
Let me see.
All right, I'll go back.
Naldo, where are you? I see him on here though. Oh, maybe he's slower. There he is.
Okay, Clarissa, can I move on or do you need?
Hang on just a second. I can't get them both attached here for some crazy reason. I'm going to delete it real quick and reopen. I have one more person trying to come in. It looks like
Is that 302?
we have 302 and then we have, well, she's gone again, the lady. Let's see. If you're calling from the last 3 digits of your phone number, 302, what is your name? You just joined us. Last 3 digits of your phone number, 302. Okay, let's move along, John.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, here we are. Okay, what is your name, sir?
William Benoit.
I didn't get that. What did you say?
William Benoit.
Benoit, and you're just now calling the first time, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I saw him earlier. He's on the top of page 5, Clarissa. So he would be doing.
There's a lot of background noise, but when we come to you, we'll let you know to unmute yourself, okay? Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna move on to Perla Flor Chavez. Okay, so Miss Chavez, can you unmute yourself, ma'am? Ms. Chavez, can you hear me? If you can, unmute yourself. Clarissa, can you try to unmute Ms. Chavez? She's on page 2, about midway, number 13.
It's usually these phones that when they call and I can't unmute them for some reason. Miss Chavez, Perla Chavez, can you unmute your phone, please? There you are. Oh,
Yes,
there you
ma'am.
go.
Sorry.
Okay, that's okay.
Okay, Ms. Chavez. Ms. Chavez, you have a charge of speeding 66 and a 50. How do you plead?
No contest.
Okay, and what did you want to do with your citation, ma'am? Did you want to take the defensive driving class? You want to be on probation? You want to pay the fine?
Looks like she's frozen, Judge.
Yeah.
How much was the amount? Hello?
Ms. Chavez, you might need to stand still in one spot because we're losing you. You're freezing up.
Hello?
Yes, Ms. Chavez, can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me? I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, you
Yes.
just sit in a place.
Okay, you're charged with the offense of speeding 66 and a 50. How do you pled no contest?
Yes,
What did
sir.
you want to do with your citation?
I just needed a little bit of time to pay it. I'm not sure exactly what the amount was. I
Okay.
never really like drive on that street. I live like parallel on 181. So I just kind of figured that it was like 60, 65, like how, I mean, the other country road is. I never really like drive in that area or like go through China Grove.
Okay.
I was going to I cut through Foster to go to the Walmart on Rigsby to pick up my son on 4th of July. And then, so when I hopped back, when I took a left onto 87, I just went like a regular speed, like 65. And I was even on cruise control thinking like regular speed. And then when I got pulled over, it was kind of like, he's like, no, it's 50. And I mean, that was kind of my fault, but I never saw any like signs that said like anything different because I would have never been going like 60, 65 anyways.
Okay. Well, are you sure you still want to pay the fine? You don't want to do defensive driving?
And how does that work exactly? It's just because
Well-
I mean, I work a lot.
Well, you would do it on your own time. Most of the time it's done online, and we give you 90 days to do it. And I think it's 8 hours if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's usually 6 to 8 hours, but you can log in and out of the online courses. Like if you only have 30 minutes one day, you can do it for like 30 minutes and log out and then log back in a week later or whatever, whenever you have time. So
Okay.
that's up to you.
Okay,
Just
I
cheaper
could do
and-
that. And what does that come out to in total, like total cost maybe?
Tell you right now.
Okay.
Okay, so you would pay court cost of $144, okay, and that's all
Okay.
you pay the court. Now, whatever school you select, that normally runs about $50, and then you have to get a copy of your driving record that'll run you about $10 or $12, depending if you do it online or by mail.
Okay, well, say if I do the defensive driving course, will I still be able to get time to pay the extra $140?
Well, no, okay, the only thing you would pay the court would be 141. Now, if you don't have it, I can pre-approve you and give you 30 days to pay that. And as long as you pay within the 30 days, then you can take the class.
Okay.
You
Then
wanna
I'm
do
just
that?
gonna have to pay. No, I would just have to pay it then, because I wouldn't. I mean, that's kind of a lot too for me. I mean, $200 is already a lot, so I'm like, I'm not sure if I could just have.
They're not in here.
You just want to pay the fine? I'm sorry?
Can I just have time to pay it? I wouldn't be able to pay
If
it
you-
in the very first month, because
Yeah,
I'll
if-
be lying if I told you yes.
If you do a straight pay, they'll give you 30 days. And if you don't pay it, then they'll put you in a payment plan of a minimum of $50. But then they'll tack on $15 as a time payment fee.
One time though.
So
Not
from the
every month.
for the 144, I could still pay it as long as I pay the extra $15 fee.
No.
You're talking about the whole payment. You're talking about the whole payment.
Yes.
Okay, and how much is that?
Well, that would be $250. And if you go beyond the 30 days, they'll tack on $15 to that.
So 265.
Yes. And then
About
And if you don't pay within the 30 days, then you do monthly payments.
of a minimum of $50.
Correct.
Okay, I could do that.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and accept your plea of no contest. I'm going to go ahead and enter a judgment in the amount of $250 and put you on time pay.
Okay.
Okay. Clarissa, do we need anything from Mrs. Chavez?
Ms. Chavez, are you on 7th Street still?
I sure am.
Okay, that's where we'll mail your form. Just sign one of them and get it back to us, okay?
Okay, and y'all will send me all the information, like so I could pay
Yeah.
y'all?
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to excuse you, ma'am. Thank you.
What are we doing?
Have a good day.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Mead, who were you visiting with?
I'm Mr. Lopez.
Ronaldo Lopez.
Okay, so what do we have on Mr. Lopez?
Mr. Lopez wants to take care of all this today.
Okay.
Not pay it today, but
They
take
mark
care.
them off of here?
So what I told him I would do, since he's got
Taking
omni
care of?
fees, collection fees and all that, I told him that I would agree if he pleads guilty or no
Take them
contest,
in here?
all three charges that I would recommend to the court, that his fines on each of the fines, not any of the other fees, of course, on each of these charges be reduced by $25. Which means that the speeding would be $130.90. The driving with a license suspended would be $125. And the failure to provide evidence of insurance would be $175, plus omni, plus court costs, plus collection on all of them. I'm reducing the fines. I'm recommending reduction of the fines only by $25 each. He will need a time payment plan.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So on the fines, you're just reducing $25 and the rest he has to pay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, Clarissa, so
So,
it would be,
but the issue, does he realize his license will not be, it's not going to be done until he pays it in full though. And I think he's trying to get that hold off of his license.
Mr. Lopez had experience with these things before, and I did tell him that even though he needs time to pay, and it's going to be right around $1,000, that his license will not be subject to being reinstated or renewed until after he pays all of it.
Okay, great.
Is that correct, Mr. Lopez?
Yeah, I can do the defense driving, so I could like drop the price down a little bit because I could maybe I could put like $500 like in full like tomorrow, but I can do the whole 1,000. There's no way like I could do the defensive driving, so I could drop like at least $500 or something like that.
You have insurance, Mr. Lopez?
I do, yes, sir. I don't have.
But he doesn't have a
No driver. You don't have a
no
driver's.
driver's license.
No, I want to get my driver's license, but this ticket's holding me off to getting it.
You can't take defensive driving without a driver's license, Mr. Lopez.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I wanted to pay the whole 1,000, the full 1,000.
Whatever it is, whatever it ends up to.
Well, Clarissa, we're gonna have to recalculate the collection fee because he's coming $25 off.
Yeah, it's gonna change all of that.
Yeah.
So when we take $25 off the fine, in the system, in our court system, it'll recalculate the collection fee because it's a percentage. So it'll recalculate that. And when we do his time payment papers and we'll mail him, it'll have the new amounts of everything, the total that will be due.
Okay.
Okay.
As a collection agency, their fee is a percentage. So when we lower the fine, it's going to lower the collection fee as well.
But not by much, right?
No, 30%.
I believe it's 30%. So whatever, 30% of $25 on each one.
Omni will stay the same, though, right?
Omni will stay the same.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so he'll have all the good amounts on his paperwork that he receives in the mail. You're on Nancy Place still, Mr. Lopez?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's where we're gonna mail your form. You'll need to sign one and get it back to us for this to be in effect though, okay?
Okay.
How long do I give me to pay that?
As long as it takes you, you have 30 days to pay it in full. If you don't have it paid in full in 30 days, each one is considered a separate offense. So you'll have 30 days to pay. If you only pay one off in 30 days, that will keep you from paying a $15 time payment fee at the 30-day mark. If you don't have any of the violations paid, you're going to have a $15 fee added onto each violation, just that one time, and that puts you into a payment plan mode where you can pay as minimal as $50 a month if you'd like. But it will just take you longer to pay it off.
Okay, so I need to pay you one of all before 30 days, right?
Yeah, at least. That'll save you $15 for whatever ones you pay off.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, Clarissa, before we let him go, let's go ahead and dictate this into the record.
Okay.
So that way we'll have it straight. Okay, and I need to take a plea from him. Mr. Lopez, let's see, where are you? He's on. Okay, Mr. Lopez, do you acknowledge taking the oath that I administered earlier, sir?
Excuse me, what was that?
Okay, do you acknowledge taking the oath that I administered earlier?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. So to the charge of speeding 71 in a 50, how do you plead?
Guilty, sir.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and accept your plea of guilty. I'm gonna assess a fine of $130.90, and then we're gonna add the court cost and the omni fee and the collection fee. With regard to the charge of driving while licensed invalid or suspended, how do you plead?
Guilty, sir.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and accept your plea of guilty, assess a fine of $125 plus all the other fees, which includes court cost, omni fee, and collection fee. To the charge of failed to provide evidence of insurance, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and accept your plea of guilty, assess a fine of $175 plus court cost, omni fee, and collection fee. Okay, Mr. Lopez, you should be getting some stuff in the mail, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and excuse you. You can go ahead and log off.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye. Okay, Clarissa, so where are we at?
Okay, we are at Ava Heineman, and she's gonna go into the breakout room with Mr. Mead. She has 3 violations. Looks like she is on page
14.
3. Number 14 on page 3.
Okay,
Ms. Hyman, if you go ahead and unmute yourself, I'll send you into the breakout room with Mr. Mead, okay? Okay, Judge, that leaves us with Mr. Bonthong.
okay. All right. Okay, sir, Mr. Bointong, is that correct?
Butong, interested.
Bonthong.
Bointong, and your first name is pronounced how?
Butong. Butong.
Okay, what is your last name, sir?
Interested.
Intercent is your last
am-
name? This is backwards.
Yes, you got it, but we have it reversed, yeah. Okay, sir. You have a charge of improper flashing lights. To that charge, how do you plead?
No contest, sir.
No contest. And what did you want to do with your citation, sir?
Is there a way you can put me on a payment plan?
Sure, we can do that.
I think I've already.
Okay. All right. Improper flashing lights. Okay, I tell you what, Clarissa, we're going to go ahead and knock that fine down to $50 plus court costs. So that would give us 184. Is that correct? We're looking at
So let me go back to his paper.
$50 plus 134, 184.
Okay,
Okay, and then we'll go ahead and put him on a payment plan.
I can probably go ahead and get a money order for half of it as of today or early tomorrow morning.
Okay, well, as long
Have it
as you
dropped off and-
get it within the 30 days, you know, you'll be fine. Okay? Or do you have
Okay,
any
Miss-
questions, sir?
No, sir. Thank you very much.
sir, you're still on Beck Road number 1?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we'll mail your paperwork there. Please sign one and return it to us, okay?
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
Okay, we have Sonia Lerma next, Judge.
Okay, on page 3. Okay, Miss Lerma, there she is. Okay, Miss Lerma, can you unmute yourself?
There we go.
Okay, Miss Lerma. Miss Lerma, can you unmute yourself?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Very good.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Miss Lerma, do you acknowledge taking the oath that I administered earlier?
I sure did.
Okay, good. Okay, Miss Lerma, you're charged with the offense of possession or delivery of drug paraphernalia. How do you plead?
I'm not guilty.
Not guilty. Okay. Did you want a trial in front of a judge or a jury?
How does that go?
Well, if you enter a plea of not guilty, you have the choice of having a judge listen to the facts and make a decision, or you can have 6 citizens from the city of China Grove make that decision as to whether you're guilty or not.
Okay. The person that I was with, can I have her come in? Because she did tell the police officer that everything, that it was hers, because I wasn't in her car. She had just picked me
Why
up.
don't we do this?
She said she'll go with me.
Prosecutor. Okay, talk to the prosecutor.
Okay.
He's the one that can dismiss the case if he wants to.
Okay, that's fine.
Just sit tight.
Okay, thank you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I sure will.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Clarissa, that takes us to Audrey Esquivel on page 1.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Miss Esquivel, where are you?
Uh-oh, I don't see her anymore.
So is she gone?
Looks like it.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and show her as a no-show. And I'll make a notation that she left. Okay, then number 18 on page 2, Shan Gonzalez. Shan Gonzalez.
Hello, Judge.
There you are. Okay, Miss Gonzalez. Let me see here. Let me find you. Got you right here.
Page 2?
Yes, page 2. Okay, Miss Gonzalez, first of all, do you acknowledge taking the oath that I administered earlier?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay. Now, Ms. Gonzalez, you have a charge of speeding. It's alleged you were doing 52 and a 35, but you were in a construction zone and with workers present, okay?
So,
That disqualifies you from asking for, or taking defensive driving or defer to get it dismissed. Okay, so what do you want to do with that citation now?
so I do have evidence to show that I was not in a construction zone.
Okay, then
And
let's
so
do
I
this.
want to dispute the construction zone charge, but no contest to speeding. And then if it's reduced to speeding, not in a construction zone, then I am asking for deferred.
Okay, well, what we're gonna do is you're gonna have to talk to the prosecutor.
Okay,
I'm gonna mark you down as a plea of not guilty and talk to him about the construction zone and the workers present, okay?
yes, sir.
So
Okay,
just stand by.
yes, sir.
That's
All right.
talk to me, Your Honor. Is there-
Yes,
Ma'am, you just called back in. What is your name?
Audrey Esquivel.
Okay, we have Ms. Esquivel back when you're ready, Judge. She must have gotten disconnected.
okay,
Yes.
so we have Mr. Mead back.
Okay, and I closed that breakout room already, so we should have
She's here.
Eva here as well.
She's here.
Okay,
Okay.
who is she on?
Eva is on,
Page 3, Your Honor, at the top.
Okay. Page 3 on top. There she is. Okay, very good. Okay, Mr. Mead, were y'all able to reach any kind of an agreement?
Yes, we were, Your Honor.
Okay, tell me, and Miss Heineman, if you'll listen up, and he's gonna go through the terms of the agreement. Okay, Mr. Mead, what do we have?
First is Ms. Hyman's going to plead no contest to all 3 charges.
Okay,
On the first charge, improper lane change, I'm recommending 90 days deferred. Ms. Hyman's probably going to need time to pay even the court cost on both of the first 2.
well, how much is the deferred fee on
It's
the,
going to be, I'm going to do all of the recommended fines on all 3 of these, Your Honor.
okay, 90 days, okay, and then on the
Possession.
possession or delivery, deferred as well?
Deferred for 120 days, Your Honor.
And for the amount of 366,
366.
okay, and then the last one,
It's going to be straight plea for the recommended fine.
236. Okay, now, so are we, Mr. Mead, are we resetting the case for her to come up with the deferred fee or the court cost, or what are we doing?
She has to, I told her, well, whatever the court prefers, I told her that one way or the other, we could get her 30 days to pay. If you want to pre-approve her and let her come in and pay at some point without having to reset, that's fine with me. If you want to reset the case for her to pay prior to the next court date, that's fine too.
Okay, well, what I'm going to do is I need to reset her in the event nothing happens,
Right, that's correct.
okay? And then, but I'm gonna go ahead and pre-approve her on the deferred plea bargain agreement. So that way she can come in anytime before the 30 days and take care of it.
The total court cost is $225, Your Honor.
okay, so
On the-
she's gonna, in that 30-day period, she's gonna pay the 225 to be on deferred for both of those.
Yeah,
And then she'll have till the end of the deferment to pay the balance?
that was what I was going to recommend to the court.
Okay,
Okay, and then the straight pay, is that on a time pay on the driving while license invalid?
That's going to be a time pay, Your Honor.
Okay, all right. Ms. Hyman, is that your understanding of the plea bargain agreement, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right, so let's go ahead and do this. With regard to the charge of improper lane change, how do you plead?
No contest.
All right, with regard to the charge of possession, or delivery of drug paraphernalia, how do you plead?
No contest.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and accept your plea of no contest to the charge of improper lane change and your plea of no contest to the charge of possession and delivery of drug paraphernalia. I'm gonna go ahead and pre-approve you for deferred on the improper lane change for 90 days with a deferred fee of $195. I'm gonna go ahead and pre-approve you on the deferred for the possession or delivery of drug paraphernalia for 120 days for the special expense fee of $366, of which within 30 days you would pay the court cost of $225 for both of them, and then you'll have the remaining time to pay the balances on each respective violation. And then with regard to the driving while license invalid, I'm going to go ahead and accept your plea of no contest, order a straight pay of $236 and put you on a time pay.
Okay.
All right, Miss Hyman, do you have any questions?
No, that's
Very good.
do
Clarissa, do we need anything, Clarissa?
Still on Wayward Drive. We're good to go, Miss Hyman.
I'm still on Wayward.
Okay, great. We'll mail your paperwork there, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Clarissa.
So I need to send John Mead and Sonia Lerma into the breakout room. She's wanting to plead not guilty, but she wants to talk to you about it. She is on page 3, John.
Okay.
Okay, Clarissa, then.
Okay, and we have Audrey Esquivel back, sir.
And where is she?
Audrey is on the page 1.
Okay, there she is. Okay.
She has
very-
2 violations.
Yes. Okay, Mrs. Esquivel, there you are. Okay, can you hear me okay, ma'am? Great.
Yes, sir.
Mrs. Esquivel, you have 2 citations. One, it's a speeding. It's alleged you were doing 67 and a 50. To that charge, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Okay, and then with regard to the failed to maintain insurance, how do you plead?
No contest.
No contest? Okay, so let's talk about the speeding first. What did you want to do with the speeding citation now?
I want to do the defensive driving.
Okay, all right, let me ask you 4 questions. Do you have a valid driver's license?
I do.
Are you covered by insurance?
Yes, since
Okay.
the day the incident happened.
Okay, and have you taken the class within the last 12 months to get a ticket dismissed?
No, I have not.
Okay, and can you pay $144 court cost?
I cannot do it today. That was the reason why I needed to speak to you, Judge. I have a family member who's willing to loan me the money because I still have not found a job, but it
Okay.
won't be until the 23rd of the month.
Okay, well, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and pre-approve you for the defensive driving, but I'm gonna reset your case for 30 days.
Okay.
Okay, now, if you pay it within the 30 days, you're done. But if you don't, you have to be back in court in 30 days.
Okay.
Okay?
That's
Now,
the 140, correct?
144.
Okay.
Okay. Now, what about with regard to the failed to maintain insurance? Yeah, you say you have insurance now?
I obtained it that same day and I've had it since.
Okay. So what did you want to do on that citation? Let me give you your
What
options.
options?
What you want to do. Okay, option number 1 is to pay a fine of $200. That would knock it down to 200, but that would go on your record. Or if you want to be put on probation, so it'll get dismissed, but that fee would be $300. Okay, of which you would have to pay at least the court cost within 30 days of $81.
That's fine. I'll do that.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and put her on deferred for deferred fee of $300, maintain insurance for 6 months. And then you have to pay, okay, reset the case, 30 days, pay court costs. And then you'll have the remaining 5 months to pay the balance.
Okay.
Okay?
And I can make payment for that, correct?
Well, that one, we're gonna give you the 60 days to, 6 months to give it for you to pay.
Okay.
So however you want to do it.
Okay, great.
Okay, Clarissa, anything from Mrs. Audrey Esquivel?
Ms. Esquivel, are you still in lot 11?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's where we'll send your paperwork, okay? Just be sure and sign one of the copies and send it back to us.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I don't call back, correct?
No. You're
Okay,
good.
thank you. Have a
Thank
great
you,
day,
ma'am.
guys.
Bye-bye. Mr. Mead, who were you visiting with?
I was visiting with Sonia Latimer, Your Honor.
And
She's here.
Yeah.
I must have misunderstood what I was supposed to do. She's charged with possession or delivery of drug paraphernalia, and somebody mentioned as I was leaving something about a construction zone, workers present.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's the next one you're going to talk to. So no, not that. I'm
Okay.
sorry. Sorry for the confusion. I got them mixed up.
So Ms. Lerma's pleading not guilty.
Okay. Okay. I'll send me back.
Okay, sorry about that. Okay, Judge, now we have Anthony Miller.
Okay, page
He's on
5.
page 5.
Number 19.
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Miller, there you are. Okay, Mr. Miller, can you hear me okay, sir? Mr. Miller, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can. Sorry about that. I was talking to the mute button.
Oh, that's okay. Okay, Mr. Miller, you have 2 citations. One is failed to drive in a single lane. How do you plead?
Not guilty.
I'm sorry?
Not guilty.
Not guilty, okay. And you also have a charge of failed to provide evidence of insurance.
No contest.
Okay. Now, what I'm going to do, since you're entering a plea of not guilty, I'm going to let you talk to the prosecutor, see if y'all can work something out. But in the event that y'all cannot work anything out and we need a trial on the failed to drive in a single lane, did you want a trial in front of a judge or a jury?
It's a judge.
Okay, very good. Okay. If you'll stand by, as soon as he becomes available, he'll talk to you, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, Clarissa.
Jorge Pineda has 3 violations, so he'll need to see John.
Right, and then 20.
Then we have William.
Well, 21 is Mr.
Oh, we have Mr. Bernardez.
Yeah.
And he is going to be
Multiple violations.
translator.
Okay, so then we have Leticia Gonzalez. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Mead is back. Mr. Mead?
Yes.
All right, let's see, now who were you talking to?
Ms. Latimer, Sonia Latimer.
What page is she on?
She's on page 3, about the middle of the page, Judge.
Okay,
And she is back.
okay. Were y'all
Ms.
able to
Latimer-
reach any
Yeah, we
kind of
talked.
agreement?
Ms. Latimer decided she wanted to persist in her plea of not guilty.
Okay. Miss,
I'm not sure what.
Ms. Lerma, can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes, I can.
Okay, Ms. Lerma, what type of a trial do you want? A jury or non-jury?
Okay, you were explaining to me how that worked
Okay.
earlier.
All right, okay, so you have a choice of either having a judge hear your case and make a decision, or have a jury, which is 6 citizens from the city of Leon Valley, to make a decision as to whether you're guilty or not. So which type of trial would you like?
Okay, I guess the judge.
Judge? Okay, so we'll set you down. Okay, so we're gonna set you down for a non-jury trial, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so if you'll.
Miss Lerma, are you still on lot 295?
Yes, I am.
Okay, that's where we'll mail your not guilty plea for you to fill out and return to us, okay?
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, you're excused, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you, ma'am. You too.
Okay, John Mead,
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry. We have Shan Gonzalez. She's the one that was in a construction zone speeding with workers present, and she
Where's
wants to
that?
talk to you about that. She is on page 2. Number 18 on page 2. Okay.
Okay, Clarissa, so then that takes us to,
So we're back with Patricia Gonzalez. I'm not sure what page she's on.
on page
Number 20. No, yes. Oh, we need, are we skipping Mr. Bernardes for now? Should I get, Rosales on the phone?
Is the Spanish speaker?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, let me get Officer Rosales to call in.
Ms. Gonzalez, can you unmute yourself, ma'am? Señora González, hay un botón donde la permite para hablar conmigo. Es un teléfono con una línea roja. Pégale ese botón.
Judge, both of our interpreters are on a call right now, so it'll be just a few more minutes.
Okay. Well, we can't get her off of unmute.
Oh goodness, let me see if I can. That's for Ms. Gonzalez?
Yes.
And is she only a Spanish speaker too, or?
I'm assuming.
Yeah, I can't get it off mute either.
Okay. Señora González, si me puede escuchar, allí en su teléfono hay un botón donde la permite hablar, donde le pueda escuchar. Si le puede empujar ese botón. Well,
Can you hear me?
Yes. Okay, Ms.
Okay.
Gonzalez.
Sí.
Yes. Okay. Do you speak English?
Yes.
Oh, okay. We got the wrong person then. Okay, Ms. Gonzalez, you have, we have two tickets, or you have two tickets. One is for an expired registration. How do you plead?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead?
No contest.
Okay.
No contest.
You also have a charge of failed to maintain insurance. How do you plead?
No contest.
Okay. All right. Now let's talk about the registration first. Let's see, Clarissa, she got
Yes,
that
sir.
on the 21st. Okay. Did you renew your registration within 20 business days?
No, sir. The reason is it's still impounded, and when I left from the house, that's where I was going to. Supposedly, we're pardoned at that time for the tax to be expired.
Okay.
And I was on my way to go get the insurance because they needed to see the car. The car was parked, and the officer stopped me for not having insurance. And I told him, I'm on my way to get the insurance. And he goes, I'm sorry, I got to impound your car.
Wow. Okay.
But at the insurance, they needed to see the car porque estaba parqueado all this time. Y ahorita están en impound because they never answer me. They never answer the phone. So me va a costar más de sacarlo que lo que pagué por el carro.
Okay.
Porque no contestan allá.
Okay. So, Ms. Gonzalez, what did you want to do with these two citations?
Pues, can I have the pardon on the expired tag? Like they have the governor had it?
Well, but the offense date was August 21st. Clarissa, the registration, were they open?
They were open at that time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you remember when they opened? It's not within that 60-day period, is it?
No.
No.
Let me see if I have that paper.
Oh, no estaban abiertos. Si estabas que hacer una cita para ir a agarrar las tags, por eso estaba parqueado el carro. Pero iba yo a ir a agarrar el seguro y pues el muchacho me hizo impound el carro. Porque necesitaban que ver el carro donde iba a ir a agarrar el insurance. Por eso lo moví, si no, no lo hubiera movido.
Okay, Ms. Gonzalez.
Y yo le expliqué eso al...
Ms. Gonzalez, we're going to check to see if the tax assessor's office was open at that time.
Okay.
Okay, hold on for 1 second.
Bueno. Oiga, ¿y qué puedo hacer con el impound?
Nosotros no tenemos que ver nada con eso, señora.
No.
La corte
Pues,
no.
¿cómo pueden agarrar a alguien que no contesta el teléfono y pues los van a cobrar tanto? Mira, de cuando estaba el carro ahí, cuando me lo levantaron, hasta la fecha no me pueden contestar el teléfono. Y ya se combinó ahí todo el dinero, ¿y cómo yo lo voy a sacar ahora?
Eso es
Eso no
algo
es
que
justo.
eso es algo que tiene que hablar con el departamento de policía.
¿Y para qué agarran esa clase de gente? Agarrar. ¿Por qué no agarran una gente que es buena y contesta el teléfono? Tienen su trabajo, pues deben de contestar el teléfono y no estar agarrando dinero, agarrando nomás y ¿qué cree? ¿Que uno tiene dinero para estar pague y pague? Eso no está justo.
No, yo entiendo, la única cosa es que cuando usted no presentó la prueba de seguranza, por eso
Para allá iba, por eso estaba el carro parqueado.
No, yo
Y el
entiendo.
muchacho por eso yo le dije al muchacho, para allá voy. No puedes llamar. Óyeme, ¿quieren ver el carro? No es que me quieren ver a mí, quieren ver el carro a ver cómo está de condiciones.
Bueno, señora González.
¿Dónde lo iba a agarrar?
Señora González, esa es la
Mande.
decisión que hizo el policía. Nosotros no tenemos
Sí, yo
que ver
entiendo,
nada
él
con
no
eso.
tiene, yo entiendo, no tiene corazón, no pudo decir, está bien, Mes González, síguele, vaya a agarrar su seguro, pero no. Quería
Clarissa,
hacerle
what
de
did you
malías,
find?
está bien. Hello.
Clarissa, what did you Espéreme, Ms. González. Clarissa,
Okay.
what did you find?
I don't know when it opened, Judge,
Okay.
but yeah, it's been a while because we've been getting them from people for a while now that are registered. I mean, a good couple months.
Okay, well, did the 60-day grace period apply to that? And I don't, okay, let's.
¿Por qué no
let's
me lo
do-
quitan? Porque estaba parqueado el carro. Y cuando fui, por esa misma razón no lo moví porque no trae las placas.
Okay,
Ya estaba
mire,
vencida.
Señora González, yo no
Mande.
puedo hacer eso, ¿ok? Pero mire, le vamos a pasar su caso para 30 días porque vamos a ver si estaba abierto el condado. ¿Ok?
Okay.
Okay, so Clarissa, we're going to go ahead and reset her case.
Okay, and I'll find out exactly when it opened, Judge.
And if the 60-day period applied.
Okay,
Okay.
you want to reset it for just the 30 days?
Yes, 30 days. Señora González, le vamos a pasar el caso para 30 días. So, espere una carta
Okay.
de la ciudad dándole una fecha nueva.
Bueno, okay.
Okay. Bueno, ya se puede ir.
Okay.
Ándele, gracias.
Okay. ¿Y ¿no necesita mi dirección?
What street?
Hello?
is she, Clarissa?
I'm sorry, sir.
What's her street name?
Almas?
Okay, ¿todavía vive en la,
No,
en la
I'm
calle
not there.
Olmos?
No,
Okay, bueno, mire.
tengo una nueva dirección.
Bueno, detenga la línea porque le vamos, she has a new address, Clarissa.
Okay,
Le vamos a dar, you want her to call in?
that would be good. If she could just call one of those numbers that we gave out, we can go ahead and get that from her to mail her reset to her.
Let me have those numbers again.
It's 210
Mhm.
648, oh gosh, 4923. And then the cell is 210 837 3704.
Ok, señora González, mire, le voy a dar dos números y quiero
Ok.
que llame a uno de esos dos números para que le dé su dirección nueva. ¿Ok?
Bueno,
Bueno,
Ok.
¿tiene algo para apuntar?
sí,
Ok, el primer número es 210
sí,
648
ok.
4923.
23, ok.
El segundo número es 210
Sí,
837 3704.
ok.
Hable Hable a
Y como-
cualquiera de esos dos números y dele la dirección nueva,
Ah, ok.
¿ok?
Nomás le doy la dirección, ok.
Sí, imagina para que le manden la notificación.
Ah, bueno, ok, está bien.
Ok, gracias.
Ándele usted.
Okay, so for the record, we're going to go ahead and reset her case 30 days to be able to research the time when the county tax assessor's office was opened. Okay, all right, Mr. Mead, who were you visiting with?
I was visiting with Miss Shan Gonzalez.
Shan Gonzalez.
She's here.
Where is she? What page is she on?
She's on page 2, about the middle of the page.
Shan Gonzalez. Okay,
Number
there's she is. Okay. Were you able to reach any kind of an agreement?
Ms. Gonzalez is not contesting the speed. What Ms. Gonzalez believes is that she was not in a construction zone. And therefore she would like, if she had photographs of the signage and that sort of thing, she would like to plead not guilty based on the fact that she was not in a construction, that she contends that she was not in a construction zone.
I gotta find out when they opened,
Well, now she's also contending that there were no workers present, it's my understanding.
after they opened.
We didn't discuss that.
Okay, all right, so,
Okay, so if it was not,
Yeah, 30 days.
I don't think it matters much if there are workers present or not. But that's her contention, and that's her basis for a plea of not guilty.
okay, Ms. Gonzalez, did you want a trial in front of a judge or a jury?
I guess in front of a judge, a judge will be fine.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and reset your case for a non-jury docket. So you'll be given a court date for the trial.
Okay.
Okay, now if you have any photographs or any witnesses that you want to bring, feel free to do so.
Okay.
Listen, do we have a good address for Ms. Gonzalez?
Are you on Deer Ridge?
I am.
Okay, that's where we'll send your not guilty plea for you to just fill out and return to us, okay?
Okay, thank you. Thank
you.
I'm gonna go ahead and excuse you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Okay, Mr. Mead, let's see.
I
Clarissa,
need to send Jorge Pruneda into the breakout room with you.
Where is it?
5,
He is,
page 5, number 20. Okay, and after you do that, we'll do Mr. Benoit.
okay, do you see
Did
Mr.
we
Benoit?
lose Mr.
I don't see him.
I don't either.
Oh, somebody's trying to call in right now. Let's see if this is him. Sorry, sir, if you're calling from the last 3 digits, 118, what is your name?
No, is your number 119? Yeah. Okay. It's Ben Logan. I just called
Okay.
from another phone.
Okay.
I'm in the
Yes.
middle of the ocean right now, so I only
Okay,
have
so the
limited
judge
time.
is ready. The judge is ready to talk to you.
Okay, thank you.
Is your name Benoit?
Sir?
Is there what?
How do you pronounce your last name?
Benoit.
Benoit. Okay, Mr. Benoit, let me ask you, were you, did I administer an oath to you earlier?
Sir, is there a way for
What
you
was
to
that,
get out of the, can you get out of the wind? There's a lot of wind noise in your phone.
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me now?
Much better. Yes. Wow.
Hello?
We still have some background noise.
What do I know?
Are you outside?
That's much better right now.
Yes, I'm in the middle of the ocean right now, so.
All right, good. Okay, Mr. Benoit, earlier I administered an oath. Were you present for that?
What note?
No, an oath. In other words,
No, I was not.
Okay, let me go ahead and
I
swear
was-
you in. If you'll raise your right hand, do you swear the testimony you give in this cause will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can put your hand down now. Okay, Mr. Benoit, you have 2 violations. Now, you're under the age of 25, but you have
Yes,
a
sir.
citation for failure to maintain insurance. That charge, how do you plead?
No contest.
Okay, and you also have a charge of an expired registration. How do you plead?
Yes, sir. No
How do-
contest.
No contest. Okay, and what did you want to do with these 2 citations, sir?
Well, can I give you like, can we talk about it so I can give you the full story?
Sure.
Okay, so I had this truck. It was sitting in a field for 3 years, and I had just finished putting a motor in it. It was my brother's truck, and he just got home from Afghanistan. I was putting it together for him before he came home, and I was just taking it on a test drive. I didn't go longer than 5 miles from where it was at, and I wasn't speeding. I wasn't doing anything wrong. But I also have another vehicle that I have insurance on, and I was covered.
Well, now, let me ask you this. The vehicle that you resided in, is that your vehicle?
Yes, at the time it was under my brother's name, but I have since then had to get a new title and transfer that into my name.
Well, no, but I
Is
want
that there
to
in
know back on July the 10th, 2020, who owned that vehicle?
My older brother.
Okay, and he gave you permission to drive it?
Yes, he did.
And did your brother have coverage on July the 10th, 2020?
No, because the truck was sitting in a field for 3 years.
Okay, so he had no insurance. Okay, so that's okay.
No.
Well, unfortunately, sir, since you were, well, let me back up here. You had full coverage on your vehicle, is that correct?
Yes, the truck that I had full coverage on.
Okay, and so if we look at your insurance card, it's going to show coverage on July the 10th?
Yes, I have a 2006 F-250 that I normally drive, but
All right.
it was just an odd day.
Okay, what I'm going to do is this. We need to get a copy of that insurance card.
Okay, I sold the truck, but how can I call my parents to see if they could send it over, like email
Yes.
it to me? Hold on, I might be able to find it in my email address. Oh, my phone's dead.
Okay, but I'm going to reset your
Yeah.
case 30 days so you can get it to us.
Sir?
I'm going to reset your case 30 days so you can get the proof of insurance to us.
Okay, and if it were to go good, what would happen?
Well,
Like, so
if
I know the
once we get it and we can confirm coverage, then it'll be dismissed.
Okay, and also I talked to the police officer. She pulled me over, and she, I guess, notified me that of everything I already know. I told her then and there that I had insurance on another vehicle that I was covered, and she pretty much called bullshit. And she didn't really work with me at all. But I had that day I called my insurance company. I added it that day that I got pulled over because she said that was the only way I couldn't get the truck towed.
Okay.
So I spent like $300 that day just to get that, and then I've maintained insurance on the truck since then. And I also got the registration. I got everything in order.
Well, I mean, the only thing that I'm concerned with at this point is whether your insurance covered you on that day.
Okay, and
So if
since
you
I have full
get
coverage,
us your insurance card.
okay, yeah. What date exactly is the next meeting?
We're going to send you a reset date for 30 days. You know when that is?
It will be November 18th.
November 8th.
Okay.
Okay. Now, what about the registration citation?
Okay, so because the truck was not in my name, I had to get the title first, and I went to the tax office in Floresville, and he handed me a slip, a little pardon sheet. I'm not sure if I fall under that the timeline.
All right, so let's do this. Clarissa, we're going to go ahead and reset and research that part about the 60 days.
30 days or both.
We're going to research it for 30 days on both of them.
Okay, and is that the next court meeting, or do y'all have some in between that? Because if I could get the papers by tonight, I could call back when the very next meeting.
Yeah, why don't we do this? Look, when we get the insurance card, we're gonna call the insurance company to find out if you were covered. And if they are,
Okay.
we'll dismiss them at that point. And then we're gonna do the same
Both of
thing
them?
with registration.
Okay.
You may very well not need to come back to court, but we will let you know.
Okay, thank you so much. And do you think I can get an email or something to verify what we're gonna do?
Can
Stuff like
you,
that. Because
can
I
you
have-
call, let me give you a phone number to call and you can get our email from them, okay? Do you have a pen? I'm sorry, we can barely hear you. What did you say?
1 second, ma'am.
Okay.
What's the email?
It is chinagrove.city
Yes.
at att.net.
ATT.
.net. chinagrove.city at att.net.
Okay.
Okay.
Y'all were wonderful help. I appreciate it. And I look forward to my next meeting.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Mead, were you visiting with Mr. Pineda?
Yes, Your Honor, Mr. Pineda has
All
got, it's his first setting. He's working on his driver's license. He wants to reset. Probably the longer, maybe 60 days in this case.
60
Because-
days.
Yeah, that'd be my.
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
that's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and reset Mr. Pineda's case for 60 days.
Mr. Pineda, are you still, you need to take yourself off of mute, please? Okay, are you still on Valley Grove? Are you still on Pecan Valley Grove?
No, ma'am. I got a new address.
Can you call, do you have the phone numbers for the court?
Yes, ma'am. I got the numbers written down already.
Okay, I need you to call them so that we can mail out your reset to the correct address, okay?
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Is that it?
Yes,
That's
just be
it.
sure and call them real quick, okay?
Okay. Alrighty. Thank you.
Okay, Clarissa, I think Mr. Castillo is the one that needed a interpreter.
Interpreter.
Yeah.
Okay, Judy, is Michelle available? Okay, I think y'all are muted. Oh, there you go. Okay.
Sorry, we're in the middle of court, so we're listening to what's going on over here.
Judy, we can hear you. I'm sorry. Oh, goodness. Oh. I need Mr. Bernardes to take himself off of mute, though. Michelle, are you there?
Señor.
His last name's Bernardes. But he's
Señor Bernardes. Señor. Hello.
Mr. Castillo Bernardes, are you there?
Olvan.
Olvan.
¿Puedes oír?
There, no.
Olvan.
I bought some posters online for.
¿Me puedes oír?
26, and they don't have the belt clip attached, so I need to.
He's
find
muted. I don't know how to get him to take it off.
Style or.
Okay, hold on.
Hmm.
¿Puedes tú activar el sonido de la fine?
Actually, Clarissa, why don't we do this?
So,
Mr. Miller is waiting to visit with Mr. Mead.
Okay, I'll send Mr. Miller in.
So I'm
Yeah.
gonna put this in your file. And I
Mr.
will
Mead on
resend
page
you.
5.
And so I will already have this information, so you just need to,
Judy.
on 44.
She's on the line.
I know, she needs to go in the other room now or something.
Okay. This one I gotta figure out. All right, so you say you have a picture?
Yeah, she's still at the window.
210.
Sure. Señor Castillo.
Yeah, the 3703.
Bernardes.
Let me give you all this.
Señor Bernardes. Señor.
Judge, do you want to go with Matthew Lawrence real quick and do
Yeah,
him?
let's go to Mr. Lawrence.
Mr. Lawrence, can you please unmute yourself? Uh-oh, here we go again.
Hello?
Mr. Lawrence?
Mr. Lawrence. can you
Yes,
hear me,
yes,
sir?
hello?
Good.
Yes, sir. How are you?
Okay. Yeah, listen, you have a charge of speeding and it's alleged that you were doing 53 on a 35. To that charge, how do you
Yes.
plead?
Guilty.
It's on the posters, it says,
Mr. Lawrence, how do you plead to that charge?
Guilty.
Guilty. Okay, and what did you want to do with the citation, sir?
What I'd like to do is deferred. Can I do that?
Yes. Yes, you can.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, I'm going to go
Your
ahead
Honor.
and place you on deferred for the
City of China Grove, this is.
$260 and then 90 days probation. Okay?
Okay, can I get it in payments?
No, the only thing I can do is can you pay the 134 and then the balance can be due in 90 days?
Okay, yes, but I don't get paid till tomorrow and I don't have any money at the moment.
Okay, what I'm gonna do, Clarissa, is that we're gonna reset you for 30 days. Now,
Okay,
and tomorrow or any time before those 30 days, you need to pay the 134. And
okay.
then you're gonna have 90 days to pay the balance,
Yes, Your Honor.
okay?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Clarissa, do we need anything else from Mr. Lawrence?
Mr. Lawrence, are you on Longhorn Road?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's where we'll
Okay.
send your deferred stuff to after you call and pay, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Reset there, though. Judge, what was the total amount of the deferred you set?
260,
260 for 90 days?
yes. And he's gonna pay court costs within 30 days and then balance by the end.
Oh, okay. A reset.
Yeah.
Okay, do we need Mr. Lawrence anymore?
No, we're good.
Okay, Mr. Lawrence, you can go ahead and log off, sir.
Okay, we
thank you,
still
Your
can't-
Honor.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
The one
You
you
too.
want.
Bye.
you
Bye.
funds from, it's Batiste,
WHL's office. again.
2211.
Okay, did you ever get a hold of
Michelle was trying to talk to him.
Bernardes?
No, he's still muted. I don't know how to get him off.
He's not responding?
He's probably cussing us out.
Do you want me to try calling him on my own? Line?
Let me see if we have a good phone number for him. This is crazy.
I thought that there were two. I remember that.
Oh, yes, there is. Do you want me to give you that number? I'm going to come in there though, because I don't want to say it over the.
Okay. I'll go to you.
Do you want to?
Judge, she's trying to call him to let him know he has to take it off of mute.
Hello, señor Castillo Bernardes. Necesito hablar con Juan Samuel, pero en el otro.
Judge, can I ask you something real quick? We have somebody that was cited for, what is this? We have somebody that was cited for expired registration, and she did get it registered, and she showed us the sticker on the car, and it's all up to date. She can't find her receipt anywhere though.
We have confirmation then?
We have the actual sticker that's on the car, and it is up to date. It is the right VIN number and all.
Okay.
And it's renewed as of, it's good from, she got it done back in May, I guess, of 2020. Yeah, 2020, and it's good through May of 21. Are we able to dismiss that off of just the sticker?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, we can dismiss it for $20.
Well, now, was it expired on the day of the citation? Because if it was May,
She was. How is that possible? Oh, I guess they went backwards. It expired May 31st, 2020.
and when was the citation issued?
So when she went to, they backdated it, and they did that to me before too. They backdated it back to when it was. It's only good from a year when it was, when it expired.
Right.
So they don't give you those extra few months if you wait. It's still going to be expired. So she basically, yeah.
Well, wait a minute.
Okay, so it expired May 31st, 2020. She wasn't cited till August 18th, 2020. And so when she went in to get it renewed, I guess after her citation date, I'm guessing she did that. Did she say when she?
Well, as long as she renewed it within 20 business days from the date of the offense, the fact that it was expired for more than that doesn't matter.
Okay, so yeah, so we need to find out, she needs to tell you when she renewed that, what day she renewed that. So we find that out if it was 20 days, if it was prior to.
Yeah, but I think there was a case where it had been expired for a year ago. And then the question became, when
Yes.
did 20 days run? And actually it's from the date of the offense.
Date of the offense.
Yeah.
So if it was 20 days.
Okay, Mr. Mead, who were you visiting with?
I was visiting with Anthony Miller.
Anthony Miller.
Hope he gets back here pretty quick.
Okay, where is Mr. Miller?
He's on page 5, just a little bit above the middle of the page.
There he is, okay.
I just want him to come back.
Larissa needs to bring him back.
He should be back. Closed.
Do we have that thing set at 60 seconds?
It's at 10 seconds, but there he is.
Mr. Miller just showed up.
Yes, sir. Okay, Mr. Miller, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Very good. Okay, Mr. Mead, we are able to reach any kind of an agreement. Okay, what do we have?
Mr. Miller's going to plead no contest on the failure to provide evidence of insurance. I'm going to recommend the court give him 6 months deferred, special expense fee of $300, condition that he maintain insurance for the full 6 months. And I'm going to take into consideration and recommend the court dismiss the failure to drive in a single lane.
Okay, very good. Is that your understanding, Mr. Miller?
Yes, sir, it is.
Very good. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and follow the plea bargain agreement with regard to the failed to provide evidence of insurance. I'm going to accept your plea of no contest, place you on deferred for 6 months, of which period you will maintain insurance, and there will be a special expense fee of $300. With regard to the failed to drive in a single lane, the state is taking that into consideration and that will be dismissed. Now, Mr. Mead, how is the special expense fee going to be paid?
My understanding is that Mr. Miller can pay today the court costs, and how long is it going to take you to pay the remaining balance of the fee, Mr. Miller?
A couple weeks at the most.
Okay, then I think 30 days to pay the balance, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and follow that. Okay, so then, Mr. Miller, you're going to call one of those two numbers. You're going to pay the court cost today, and then we'll give you 30 days to pay the balance. Just make sure that you maintain your insurance for the next 6 months.
Yes, sir.
Okay? You have any
Yes, sir.
questions, sir?
No, sir.
Very good. I'm going to go ahead and excuse you, but make sure you call the court.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
You too.
Okay, any luck with Mr. Bernadez?
I know she called him. Let me see if.
Okay, let
I called the wife and asked him, they're not at the same location. She said she would call him and let him know.
Well, she can't call him. He's on.
Okay, let me try
Or
again.
text him.
Mr.
She might be able to call him still because you
Let me
should
try.
show that.
Let me try one more time to get a hold of you.
Okay.
Mr. Bernadez. Señor, mire, en su teléfono tiene un botón donde enseña que usted está mudo. Quiero que empuje ese botón lo podemos quitar de donde le podemos ayudar. Le podemos quitar del silencio. No, no luck.
Where is he?
He's on the last page. No, I'm sorry. Yes, the last page.
6.
He's one of mine.
Yes.
Yeah, but he only speaks Spanish, so we're trying to get.
So we may just have to send him a reset in Spanish.
We can do that.
Hey, Clarissa, does our notice putting them on Zoom, they explained it in Spanish as well, doesn't it?
Yes, it is. They get it in English and Spanish. It's front and back. I mean, and he must have gotten it because he sure called in, but.
Yeah. Okay, well, I don't know how much longer we need to wait for him. Okay, well, let's go ahead and stand in adjournment.
Okay, you want me to stop recording?
Stop the recording. Yes, we're done.